This video is sponsored by Recharge. Hey guys, Chris here. In this video, we are doing the 120 kilometers an hour or 75 miles per hour range test in the Audi Q4 e-Tron 50 Quattro. So today, we're going to find out just how far this car can go on a full charge of battery. And then at the end of the video, we're going to come back to these chargers, connect and see what kind of charge speed we actually get after a few hours on the road with passive heating. No active preheating in this video. We do that in a different video here on the channel. So today is all about getting that maximum range out of the car and seeing what kind of charge speed you get after just passive heating, driving on a motorway for a few hours. And then at the absolute end of the video, we're going to put this car into a chart and see how it actually compares to the competition. So without further ado, let's get on the road and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. We are now on the move and we've been on the road for around 15 minutes now, heading north on the E6 motorway. Today's route is 216 kilometers, the same route we do in all of these 120 kilometers an hour or 75 miles per hour range tests. And also a beautiful day to do this test. I mean, clear blue skies, around 10 degrees Celsius. We have a slight tailwind on our way up, which is northwest of a meter per second. We're heading straight north, so it's not, a complete 1 meter per second tailwind, but it's a very slight push in the northward direction. And if experience is anything to go by, we're probably gonna have the same consumption on our way up as on our way down. And look at the wind socket here. That's what I'm talking about. It's completely calm. And take a look to the left here at the Mjøsa Lake. Oh, it's not completely calm, but not a lot of wind today. But okay, let's take a look at the consumption once we cross the Minnesund Brua. 24.7 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. That is, I don't know, is that good? Is that bad? Considering the conditions and the weather, I'm guessing that is a little bit high, but again, it's a while since I've been driving an SUV that is as high riding as this, as boxy as this. I mean, this isn't the most boxy SUV, but at around 164 centimeters tall, it's taller than a lot of, SUVs I've been driving lately. So we're gonna keep on heading northwards. Once we get to Moel, which is a turnaround point, I'll catch up with you guys and give you guys an update there. We are now approaching our turnaround point here on the E6 motorway as we approach Moelv. And today's weather just keeps, giving. It's still very, very nice. Not a cloud on the sky. So yeah, I'm glad. It makes me smile when we have weather like this. Temperatures have been around 9 to 10 degrees Celsius, though we did see a dip as low as 6 degrees Celsius just for a few minutes alongside the Mjøsa Lake, but only for a little while. We're probably going to hit that on our way back also. And that dip to a little bit lower temperatures may be the reason why the consumption isn't the best. So let's take a look at the consumption. 25.1 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. We've been hovering at around 25.5, so 25.0 now as we, regen into this roundabout. Isn't the worst, but still not good. If we do the calculations now already, this car barely cracks the 300 kilometer mark, which isn't very good considering, the weather and the temperatures outside. So hopefully as we, move towards back Oslo again, oh, look at all this dust from this truck. But hopefully as we move back towards Oslo again, that's gonna drop a little bit, but I don't know. This is kind of disappointing thus far in the range test to see that this car has quite high consumption. I mean, we did the test in the EQS 450 SUV just a few weeks ago. I forgot about that car, but yeah, it did like 25 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Yes, given it was a little bit warmer that day, but still, that's a humongous car compared to this. So hopefully we're going to be able to hit below 24 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. If not, yeah, I'm not impressed by this car, if not. Okay, here we are at our exit, at our endpoint, and let's take a look at the consumption. 25.6 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. 25.6. Okay, 25.5 then. but still, that is a lot higher than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, we're now back here at the chargers. We're gonna connect to this 150 kilowatt charger to see what kind of peak charging speed we're gonna get now at 12% stated charge. So the battery is pretty drained, so hopefully we're gonna get close to that 130 kilowatt of peak charging speed. And temperatures outside here is around 11-12 degrees Celsius, so we should have decent enough temperature. And while this car is ramping up here and connecting, I just want to give a huge thanks to today's video sponsor, Recharge, which is where we are charging now. Recharge is the largest independent charge point operator in the Nordic countries, Norway, Sweden, and Finland, with 4,000 charging points across all of these countries. They've been updating, upgrading, and building a lot of new charging stations lately. I'm going to put a list here on the screen so you guys can see where the newest are. A lot of people have been talking about, oh, there's no Recharge charging station close to me, but now there may just be. So if you want to check out all their chargers, go to the link in the description box down below and then check out their map. But okay guys, we're now connected, and look at this, 138 kilowatts. Okay, that is quicker than I was expecting, 139. So I'm a little bit uncertain about this, update that has been to this big battery pack on the MEB platform cars. Oh, I have to, let's see, let's go and do this. Okay, so I'm a bit, because I asked the guy at Audi, does this have is there any software update? Does this charge any faster? And he's like, no, peak is 130, but we're getting 138.8. We're almost getting 140 kilowatts, almost 400 amps, 366 volts. Wow, that is actually very, very good. So let me know in the description box down below, guys, if there's an update here. I wasn't able to find out anything. There were rumors a few years ago, but an update to the charging speed. I know some cars, have gotten a higher charging speed. This car, EE86,000, is probably quite new. This car is probably only like 3, 4, 5 months old. So it's probably a 2023 model. I drove this car back in 2021. Then it peaked at 130 kilowatts. I did a little bit of research and I found out that this car should peak at 135 kilowatts. So the fact that we got 139, a little more than the actual stated numbers, isn't unusual. We've seen that in several EVs before, that we're getting a little bit higher speed than the official numbers. The car was off, the ignition was off, so there's no climate, pulling extra power from that charger. But still, if you own a 2023 Audi Q4 e-tron, if you own a brand new Audi Q4 e-tron, let me know what you're consistently peaking at. So let's find out today's range. Then we have to take this battery pack size, 77 kilowatt hours usable, divided by the consumption, 25.5 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, and then subtract about 3% in heat loss. That gives us a theoretical range under today's conditions of 293 kilometers, which is actually very, very disappointing. I actually, out of a similar car like this, about 1.5 years ago, got more range in colder temperatures, but that car was on 19-inch wheels. This is on 20-inch wheels, and I think that is the culprit here. So the company that imports Volkswagens or Audis to Norway is a company called Møller. And then they sell the cars to the different dealers. They also have their own dealers, but they have their own extra equipment, their own dealer installed wheels and tires, like the car wheels that are sitting on this. And these wheels are Møller equipped options. So they're not original to the car, but they are wheels that you can get if you purchase, an Audi Q4 e-tron from Audi. This is on winter wheels, so I think if you buy this car, you're not gonna get these for summers. These are only, winter equipment. So I think maybe these wheels are the biggest culprit for the poor range and the high consumption. Because if we take a look at the Mercedes EQS 450, I tested a few weeks ago, yes, it was warmer that day, but still, that is a much bigger car on 21-inch wheels, and that car got lower consumption. That car doesn't even have a heat pump. This car has a heat pump, and that just illustrates how high the consumption of this car is today. And also, I did a run, about half a year ago in a Skoda Enyaq Coupe, which is the same platform. I think that was on 21-inch wheels. Yes, it was a little bit milder that day, but that car got like 359 kilometers. So 40 kilometers, no, 60, no, 70 kilometers almost more than this car. That is a huge, huge difference. So Audi, I would like to run this car again with original equipment wheels, you know, OEM wheels. Probably will be able to do that in the summer, and hopefully this car will get more range than it did today. But yeah, pretty disappointed about the results. Less than 300 kilometers in quite mild temperatures. Yes, it did dip to 6 degrees Celsius, but that was just for like a few minutes. We didn't see much colder temperatures than around 10 degrees, and here it's around 11, 12 degrees. So quite mild temperatures, and considering all the conditions, pretty poor performance. I was not expecting that from this car today. So guys, let me know what you think down below. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below. And for more car content, as always, please subscribe. See you guys later, and goodbye.